Hey guys, I am alive again because I had so much fun last time going live on TikTok, and then I put it on YouTube, and the YouTube family loved it as well. So I'm just seeing how this goes. I am in my car right now, in the AC. I'm so comfy. I feel so good, and yeah, I noticed that I really love talking to you guys and answering questions and just getting to know y'all more. So yeah, ask for anything in general. Hi Juan. So like I said before, I'm gonna be doing YouTube lives, I'm gonna be doing TikTok lives. So I would suggest to follow me on here, on TikTok, and on YouTube, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is ritakaminski.com, because you'll be notified when I go on live, which will be at any time of the day really, or like evening. So yeah, and if you want to know more about law of assumption while I'm waiting for questions, you can again subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me here, because I talk about law of assumption here as well. And I do one-on-one coaching, so you can go on ritakaminski.com to enroll in that. And I offer 2 courses. One is about manifesting your SP, and the other is called the Perfect Self Concept, which is amazing because it gets you literally into like being a master manifestor, something that you can literally, like, you'll be able to manifest anything that you want instantly. So to enroll in any of those courses, you can just go on ritakaminski.com/courses and enroll through there, and we have recurring payments and stuff like that. What time is it for you guys? And where are y'all from? And I also do members only, which is on my YouTube channel. So it's going to be the exact same style as this. It's like question answer, so collective coaching, and like y'all will be in a community together. So you can just join by going on my channel and then click the join button, or you can just go on ritakaminski.com/collective coaching, I believe. But everything's on there. You'll be able to find it on ritakaminski.com. How do I get messages of the girl I like? We went out a couple of months ago, but I don't want to pursue her. Juan, you don't have to, but it is, in my opinion, that you need to have a balance of everything. A lot of people say you have to let go and just like chill out, follow your happiness. A lot more people say you have to persist. I'm in the middle. I think that you need to have a nice balance of both, so you're not super resistant to like that manifestation where you're non-stop thinking about it, but you're also like giving yourself time to saturate your subconscious mind. So in the way that I teach it, my practices that have gotten me literally everything that I've ever wanted was to dance that dance of following your happiness, loving your life right now, and also saturating your subconscious mind in a non-resistant, non-obsessive way. So how I would do that is pick one technique that emphasizes to your subconscious mind that you are getting messages from this girl. So for example, let's say you pick affirmations, and on my channel I talk a lot about different techniques that you can do. The most popular one at the current moment for everyone is robotic affirmations. So let's say you pick robotic affirmations. You can begin to affirm, insert her name here, can't stop messaging me. Lily can't stop messaging me, let's say. I'm not saying that's your SP's name, but this is just a generic example for everyone. Lily can't stop messaging me. Lily cannot stop messaging me. Oh my god. Lily cannot stop messaging me. And you talk about that, like, you affirm that so much, non-stop, until like you begin feeling resistant. So you have to find that balance of living your life and saturating your mind. When you're in a good mood, I would affirm. But when you're questioning, when you're doubting whether it has to do with your manifestation or not, I would highly recommend for you to just fall back and do what feels the best for you to do. And what does this mean? This means in each and every single moment you're asking yourself, what will make me feel the best to do right now? So for me right now, like, it was filming a TikTok. Then I'm going to take my babies out, my cats, in the backyard and walk out. Like, that kind of keeps me distracted from constantly questioning, like, where are the million subscribers? Because that's my affirmation, that's my manifestation. And then whenever I feel like it, and you just have to follow your intuition, be like, yeah, I'm going to be manifesting now, or I'm going to be following my happiness now. Hope that helps. And you definitely don't need to pursue her, because it all starts from your mind. My SP showed up to a dance just to see me, but cancelled our plans for today. Why am I still getting hot and cold when I've been working on SC? Is it the old story? It's not really up to you to, like, figure out the how. I would do a mix of both, of self-concept and, like, have you gotten specific on what it is that you want? Like, do you want a relationship from this guy? Do you want a date? After getting specific, then ask yourself, like, what technique do I want to do? I would keep it simple. Use one technique to not just use SC, but to, like, genuinely target and focus in on this specific manifestation of manifesting this person, because that's what you want. SC will get you everything, but if you are set on one thing, I would, hand in hand with working with SC, I would also manifest that specific thing. So just pick a technique and continue doing it. But if you feel yourself super, like, obsessive about this, which I totally understand, use your discernment. What feels better? Does it feel better to channel that energy to continue to do techniques and manifest this? Does that feel empowering to you? And there's no right or wrong answer to this. It just depends on you and how you feel about the manifestation. Or this is what I do. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get too obsessive with this manifestation. I'm gonna consistently think about it, and it's not in a empowering way where it makes me want to manifest more. It makes me, like, more clear-headed. It actually is making me dip into a low energy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to distract myself and do something else, and then once I get into this, like, higher, better mood, I'm going to continue to affirm, do sats, whatever. Makes sense? please make a proposal from SP Subliminal. That is a very good idea. I will add that to my list if I remember. Oh wow, I just binged some of your YouTube videos the other day. Yay, I love that, Maria. I love that. Oh my god, I love you. Thank you, Solchi. Thank you so much. I love you too. How to stop checking the 3D, Basma. When you find something that distracts yourself enough to stop checking the 3D, you will stop checking the 3D. So when something is more interesting than that, like for example, I am so immersed right now in filming a TikTok video. It's like so exciting for me that I don't want to do anything else. Like I don't want to check my subscriber count, right? Which is my manifestation. So I would find things to do that like really immerses you, that is genuinely like exciting for you to do. It doesn't have to do with anything to do with your like career or whatever. Like it can be going on TikTok, like watching this live, right? And just enjoying yourself. For example, before this, I was filming YouTube videos and I was like putting on makeup. I had lunch. Like before that, I was on the treadmill. And I have like a treadmill at home now and a VR headset. So I was just like walking in Capri and it fully immersed me and I was having so much fun. So that really helps me not follow my not consistently check like the 3D for things that I don't want. And also, and to be honest, this helps just as much, if not the most, because this is the practice that I've been practicing for the past, I want to say 2 years. But before that, I knew about like following your happiness, and this is really what fit the puzzle. It was like the missing piece of the puzzle for me, because I was still finding myself checking the 3D or getting super triggered by the 3D. So what I found to do that works the best for me is to simply not react by looking at this thing, accepting it for what it is right now, breathing through it, telling myself that this is not real, this is gonna go away, and just consistently, like, you just tell yourself once for 1 second, and then whatever feelings you have, you breathe into that feeling and you just wait for it to go away. That's literally it. And you continue to just breathe and breathe and breathe and be patient until it goes away. It will go away by itself. It's more powerful to do that, to breathe into that like trigger of checking the 3D. Like, it can be anything as bad as like a really bad trigger, or anything that's like a small urge to check if they texted you or looked at your story. Like, any of those things, as big or as small as they are, it's still reacting to the 3D and it's still dipping your energy. So no matter what it is, if it makes you feel like crap, you are just simply breathing into it and continuing to breathe and being patient until it goes away by itself. Because if we try to make it go away, what we resist persists, and we're still giving it energy, we're still giving it attention. Does that make sense? Courageous Hercules. Wow, I can't believe TikTok brought me to your live when I first started with manifesting. I watched you. Yay! I love that so much, Courageous Hercules. Swetha, do you robotically affirm? Yes, I robotically affirm when I feel like it. I really respect what feels good for me. So when I'm like inspired to, I go ham with it. If I feel any dip, if I feel any resistance towards it, if I feel like it's homework, I'm like, because my self-concept is so high, I'm like, I don't deserve this. Actually, I deserve having like an amazing life. I actually deserve to feel absolutely amazing, absolutely bomb. So if I don't feel good robotically affirming, nothing tops me feeling good, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, like I robotically affirmed a tiny little bit today, but to me, because I do kind of different techniques based on like what makes me feel good in each moment, I don't just like me saturating my subconscious mind with robotic affirmations is not a priority just because I saturate my mind in other ways, and also I'm constantly in the state anyways of the person that has their manifestations. So I'm just living my life like normal, and just doing what makes me feel good, because I would be doing what makes me feel good anyways when I like had my manifestations. Like, what would I be doing if I had 1 million subscribers right now? I'd be on live probably. I'd still be working, I'd be interacting with you guys. Like, I'd be doing what makes me feel happy, and what makes me feel happy is doing this. So like, yeah, duh, no brainer. TBH, ever since I started my manifesting journey, it has never worked for me. For major things, nothing. Courageous Hercules. Courageous Hercules, that's because you're really mindful of the results. So when you're mindful of the results and you're like, I'm manifesting, this is what I'm doing, I'm manifesting to get this, it's doing energy, it's not being energy. When you're being the person that has their big manifestations, you're not going to be checking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I'm a girl. I am being a girl because I'm just being, right? So I don't have to check constantly if I'm a girl. You know what I mean? I'm not shocked when I look down there and I see what I see because I know I'm a girl. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, if you knew that you had your manifestations, you wouldn't be checking, you would be being, you would be living. Thanks for all that you do to keep us motivated. Thank you so much, Amanda. That really, really means a lot to me. I've never experienced so much significant trauma that I've worked so hard to overcome. But life keeps... Maria, okay. That's still persisting, like, that's still working hard on fixing your trauma. You know what I mean? What if you just let it sit there and breathe through it? Whoa, oh my god, my phone was about to fall. Oh my god, that scared me. That scared me. Oh my god, mommy, I'm gonna cry. If you sit through the trauma and distract yourself with what makes you feel good in each moment, that's the way that you're gonna get out of it. Like, I don't know where you guys live, but in Australia, this is how like badass Australia is, like, and the Australian like education system. You know, like, we have snakes, like, there's so many, like, million ways to die. Like, one of the ways to die is, like, there's so many beaches, we all live along the coast, and one of the things that our teacher said always, like, we were always taught this, is to not, like, if we get stuck in a current, we're not swimming towards the shoreline, we're not fighting with the current, we are swimming parallel to the coastline, because once that current goes away, we will be able to swim back to shore easier. But once the current, as the current is still here, we don't want to fight with it because you're just going to get tired, right? So we want to let it sit there because you're not giving it any power. You're just living your normal life, feeling the feelings that you're feeling. But the second you start trying to figure something out, trying to dig deep in, trying to heal the trauma, like, you're still remembering the trauma, Whereas if you're in the present moment, if you're doing what makes you feel good in each moment, you will successfully come out of that. Successfully and easily and quickly, without having to like work hard against it. Like, does working hard sound good to any of you guys right now? Like, does that sound fun? Or does that just sound right? Working hard. I'm not even asking, like, does that sound fun? Because obviously not. But, like, does that just sound right to you? Does that sound good? Working hard. It's just a condition that we've been taught. It's a program that we've been taught. You have to work hard to forget your trauma. You have to work hard to manifest. You have to saturate. You have to persist, persist, persist. It's another program. We're just being in this moment. That's it. Guys, we want to make this as simple as possible for ourselves. Just make it as easy as possible. The second you start thinking, being in your mind, you're overcomplicating it. That's it. Keep it simple, always. Nice to hear you. My best desires from Peru. Thanks, Juan. Any tips to move to Australia one day? Soul C. It's the same way you manifest moving to any country. This is what I did to successfully manifest myself moving from Australia to New York. I also just want to say that people feel like the grass is greener where, like, they think is, like, they want to move to somewhere that's not where they're living now. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that Australia is the best place in the world to live. Obviously, that's why I'm living here. If I didn't want to live here, if I thought somewhere else was a better place to live in the world, I would. And I did. And I realized that Australia is the best place in the world to live. But in saying that, I even had this, I mean, I was right. I mean, I was wrong, but now I'm right. But, like, I wanted to move to New York, and that was still, like, grass is greener vibes. So I feel like we're gonna have that anywhere. And my mom told me before I moved, like, no matter where you're moving, you're gonna take you with you. And I always, like, I knew that she was right, but, like, I will tell you how to manifest moving to Australia, but I feel like you needed to hear that you're still gonna be you, and, like, learn to appreciate where you live right now, because appreciation will make you want to, like, it will fast track you moving to Australia. In saying that, how I manifested moving to New York, I actually did practice a lot of appreciation, and I also continually fell into the knowing when I went to sleep that I am in my bed in New York, right? Every single night I did that. And I also watched a lot of, like, walking tours that showed New York. And oh my god, I have this neighbor, and, like, they got a German Shepherd puppy last year, so she's, like, over a year old now, but I always see him walking her, and I know it's a her because they put on a pink, like, leash. And German Shepherds are, like, one of my favorite animals ever. I mean, species, but I guess animals too. And I just get so happy every time I see them because they are so freaking cute. And that puppy is so sweet. So yeah, I watched a lot of walking tours on YouTube, as if I'm walking New York, so you can do the same thing for Australia. And I would also just pick one technique to saturate my mind with and just tell myself that I am living in Australia. You know, what I would do if I were you is I would script every day in the morning and write like, dear diary, I'm so like appreciative that I live in Australia. Like, the weather is amazing. I feel so safe. The trees are bright green. I feel like it's always summer. The beaches are spectacular. Like, I just feel like I'm always on vacation. All of that kind of stuff. And just to really get immersed in that and have fun with it. I love your subliminals. Thank you, Life with Oatmeal. That means so much. Hi, Rita. Hi, Starlight. Does my subconscious mind knows the life of my dreams, even if I consciously don't know? Yes, VS Angels. Your subconscious mind is leading you to that through your higher self by you feeling good. Anything that makes you feel good is leading you towards your highest timeline, towards like living your best life. You don't need to know what that is right now. Just follow what makes you feel good in each moment, and it will lead you to your best life. I blocked my SP because they stood me up. How do I get them back, even though I'm going against the old story and affirming? I would suggest to continue to affirm. And if you're telling the story to anyone else but me right now about like anything to do with your SP, if it's not anything to do with you guys are in a happy, healthy, solid relationship together, I would not talk about it to anyone, because that's gonna continue to play out in your life. So continue to affirm, distract yourself by doing what makes you feel good, and you will move towards that healthy relationship. But I also want to say, don't react anymore. Anything to do with them, like, it's fine, you can keep him blocked, but we need to practice non-reaction. We need to practice ignoring unfavorable circumstances, because if you were really ignoring unfavorable circumstances, you would not have him blocked. You would pretend as though literally nothing bad has happened. So why would you need to block him, right? Because what that does is makes that thing go away, the thing that you don't want to experience, him treating you badly, him ignoring you, him standing you up, whatever, like, that's gonna go away by you just ignoring his behavior and then just staying in your desired reality of him being perfect with you. I love you too, Angie. You look so Woodstock. What does that mean, Peter? I have no idea what that means. Either Woodstock or a member of the Charles Manson group. Can I manifest a man that looks like one specific celebrity, like a carbon copy? Mara, yes, that is so possible. Oh my god, I remember like core memory unlocked when like Harry Potter was a big thing and I was like a teenager. I remember reading this forum where this girl literally manifested a carbon copy lookalike of Ron Weasley, and then he told her that he was manifesting a carbon copy like version of Hermione Granger, which I thought was so cute. And like they both were like carbon copies of Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. So yes, 1000%, like it's possible, anything is possible. I would literally just visualize your celebrity crush being with them, right? How they look. And you know that you want the carbon copy version. Or you may even get the actual celebrity if that's what you want. But for you, I think the best thing to do is to visualize that person. And France? No. What do you mean, and France? Like manifesting moving to France? It would be the same thing as wanting to manifest moving to Australia or New York. Like, it's to do with any location. I would pretend as like I would just sleep in the knowing that I'm living in France. I would watch, this is me personally because I'm a visual person, I love like house tours, so I would watch like apartment and house tours in France. I would begin researching as though like you already are moving to France, and like just getting all of your information done, like what do you need to do, what's the process like looking for apartments there, what's the process of paying taxes, like how long would you have to and how much would you have to pay to see your family, like how long would you have to travel, like all of that stuff. Just start preparing for it now. That really helped me as well. I had like a huge document, like a 30-40 page document of all of the information that I needed in order to move to New York, and that was actually really practical because it really helped me. And the funny thing is I was watching a lot of YouTube videos of small creators. I'm talking about like 100 subscribers to maybe like 10,000 subscribers, and this is before I was big on YouTube. I myself had like 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, I would be like watching people, not to make friends, but because I was just so interested in how like regular people move there, especially like a regular Australian people moved to New York. And you know what ended up happening? I ended up being friends with each and every single one of them when I moved to New York. And yeah, like I followed them all on Instagram as soon as I saw them, and we became friends, and I didn't even have to make any friends because I already did it from Australia. So just prepare, and like I said, like watch walkthroughs as if, and like know that you're walking in France right now. And also just pick any technique that you like affirming or visualizing or scripting of you already being in New York, France, sorry. Love this, thank you. You're welcome, Soul C. I'm getting so excited. You are so awesome. Thank you for taking time to answer. No problem, Soul C. Hello, Romaine, France. Hello from France. Hi, Lucia. My favorite manifestation coach for real. Ruin meme. You get a pin. I love that. Thank you. Hi, Shirley. How are you? It's the smile for me. Thank you. Just call me Speaks. Should I get a yellow or purple Frank Green water bottle? Yellow. Advice on not wavering. Just call me Speaks. first ask yourself when you're wavering, how do you feel? Are you wavering because you're dipping in your energy? If you're dipping in your energy, turn the other cheek, distract yourself. Do what makes you feel good. Go to the gym. Watch TV. Go on TikTok. Hang out with your friends. Whatever. Distract yourself. Whenever you get into a higher energy, just continue to saturate your mind. And tell yourself also when you waver, like, it's fine. This is the present moment now. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. Right now is what is important. So I would do that. What if you wanted someone to send you money tonight? What would you do? Good box. I would go on a rampage. I would be like, oh my god, like, insert name here is like wanting to send me money so bad. I wanted to say a specific word, but I would probably get kicked out of this live. I'm not gonna say it. They are wanting so bad to send me money. They have a really strong urge to send me money. They can't stop thinking about it. Like, it will make them feel so good, so euphoric to send me money. And they are doing it right now. They love, like, providing for me. Like, whatever the story is behind you and that person, like, just milk it, fluff it up, fatten it up, make it super dramatic. Just get super excited about this rampage, and I bet you they will send you money. How long do you think I should affirm for? I've been listening to subliminals and using Parrot app. I would affirm until you get the manifestation. I would stop affirming when you dip in a lower energy and just follow what makes you feel good. And I would really saturate my mind as much as possible when I'm feeling good or I'm feeling motivated to do so. And I would also do it when I'm doing things that are very, like, that kind of, like, not drain your brain, but, like, they're just kind of boring, they're dull, or you've done it a bunch of times, like washing the dishes, or like walking to work or the bus stop, or like whatever. You would want to affirm in times like that as well, if you're not in like a super low energy. I need to manifest a new house in a new car tomorrow. That feels super unrealistic. I wouldn't focus about the time, because the paradox is that when you don't focus about the time, it will manifest. I would also try to do what makes you feel the best in each moment. Distract yourself, like, because you will get in a higher mood, and that energy is very powerful. You will be able to manifest instantly. Another thing, when you've kind of come out of that energy of, oh, but I have to get it by tomorrow, even though you can get it by tomorrow and you will get it by tomorrow, just when you kind of distract yourself from the time of it, and you kind of relax and kind of calm down from that pressure, you will get it by tomorrow, by quantum shifting. Quantum shifting is the most powerful manifestation tool next to SATs. SATs has a special place in my heart. I love SATs. But quantum jumping is instant. So you're not going to be having this new house and this new car in this reality, if you do quantum shifting correctly, you will have that new house, new car in a whole new reality. I would watch Dark Matter on Apple TV because it kind of explains multiple realities, but you don't have to know about it. Just know that you just jump from another reality by being in the knowing that you are in your new house, in your new car, and you will shift. This is real. I've shifted multiple times in my life, to the point where when I've had conversations with people, they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'd recall specific memories and they'd be like, never happened. Like, real big things, by the way. And I found that mostly when I shifted and I blew up on YouTube. That was the biggest shift that I noticed. You just won't be in this reality anymore. You'll be in the exact replica of this one, and the thing that will change is you living in that house, you being and driving that car. Everything is perfect. Yes, Shirley. Yes, it is. I said that today. I was like, everything in my life is perfect, magical, and easy, because that is definitely my go-to umbrella affirmation. And I love umbrella affirmations because it releases a lot of resistance, a lot. What would you recommend if I feel like subliminals don't work on me? If you don't think they do, I wouldn't listen to them. Or if you want them to work, I would stop running the story that subliminals aren't working for you, because I've never had that thought where I'm like, I'm gonna test this and see if it works. I just knew and I trusted that subliminals worked, and they worked, and it was just this nice, beautiful synergy of me trusting and knowing and it working, and me trusting and knowing and it working. It's magic. It's unexplainable. It's very hard to know exactly. It's very hard to test it and see if it works, because it's giving you don't believe, and that tarnishes the manifestation. Because at the end of the day, subliminals is just another technique to manifest what you want. I keep manifesting our relationship, then somehow manifesting sabotage of it immediately after. That, to me, screams low self-concept, or an aspect of you that has a low self-concept. So what do I mean by this? I talk about this in my self-concept course. There are about 7 categories. It was 7 of the human condition, of what everyone wants, travel and leisure, love, career, purpose, finances, self-development, your thoughts about yourself and your relationship with other people, right? So there are many different assets of self-concept. You may have a perfect self-concept to do with travel and leisure, or having an amazing house or car or whatever, but you may have a bad self-concept in relationships, in self, to do with relationships, how you see yourself in relationships, or what you think you deserve out of relationships, right? There are so many different nuances to this, and I go very much in depth about self-concept and the different categories, and how you can just literally slay each and every single one. You can check that out at ritakaminski.com and enroll. But it's just giving very much, you don't feel like you are worthy enough to experience a long-lasting relationship, and also you have an assumption that you can manifest this relationship That is super easy, but you can't keep it somewhere in there. So you need to work on both. So continue to tell yourself every single day that you are worthy of a stable relationship, and also affirm, I'm in a stable relationship. Those two things are very powerful together, and you will keep that relationship. Are there limitations on manifestation? Absolutely not. Zero. Zero, 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 zero. Whatever you think is impossible, it's not. You can manifest anything. You are limitless. You're welcome, Angie. You're welcome, Good Boxed. You're welcome, Lex Bag Party. You guys are so great. And like, just lovely and polite and like, listen and like, actually apply, which I love. Can you speak more on quantum shifting? I really want to manifest being younger and going after my dreams. So I myself don't like to super overcomplicate anything. One of my like beliefs is when you're thinking too much, like pontificating, theorizing about anything, it begins to be jumbled because there's no like meaning to anything. So I don't like going behind the science of things and how things work. I just listen. If it interests me, if my feelings are telling me like, yes, this is interesting, I'm curious, I resonate with this, I just try it for myself. I don't like ask myself or research like, but how does this work, or really test it. I have trust that it works because I just in general believe in that stuff. And then even when things don't work for me, I was never like, this doesn't work. I just say that it doesn't resonate with me. I'm not the type of person who likes to do this, so it's not gonna like resonate with me, so it's not gonna work for me, and that's totally fine. Every single person is completely different. It's the same thing as like when law of assumption was just popping off, everyone was like, I don't want to visualize, I can't see properly like when I close my eyes. Like, they weren't saying visualization doesn't work, they just moved on to affirming. It's the same thing with anything else. All of that to say, I don't have the specific like I don't know the scientific reasoning as to why quantum shifting works. You just step into a new reality because you know that you are in a new reality, and that is the basis of the law of assumption. What you assume to be true is now true in your reality. So once you know that you have stepped into a brand new reality, like even thinking of this, like if I dye my hair blonde tomorrow, that's option one, and then option two is me not dyeing my hair blonde and keeping it this color. Those are now two separate realities where two different things happen, because someone can compliment me on my blonde hair. It might be like someone that I can befriend, and I'm just giving you like a version of this that's kind of like life-changing. Like I befriend someone, I go into business with them, whatever. Like that just popped into my mind. But they're like, watch, I think it's The Butterfly Effect, that movie by Ashton Kutcher, I think. I love that movie so much. It's I don't know, it really creeped me out when I watched it as a teenager, but like that's what quantum shifting is to me. Like each and every single moment splits off into different moments and different possibilities. Even if a butterfly lands on me right now, the unfolding of events will happen in a different way if in comparison to if a butterfly didn't land on my car right now, right? So when you decide I am now shifting into a reality where I have 1 million subscribers, you are now on the way for that to unfold, right? But then you're like, oh, but I don't have 1 million subscribers. It's like, it kind of slows it down. So you have to ignore that thought. It's okay if it comes, but you just ignore it and you continue to but live in the state of you having 1 million subscribers. And by 1 million subscribers, I mean whatever it is that you're manifesting right now. Hi Rita, love to see you here live. Hi Candy. I am having so much fun. Like, I find myself getting super excited when I know that I'm gonna be going live. It's just so fun for me right now. How to stop checking the 3D, Shirley? By distracting yourself, by doing what makes you feel good in each moment, and also breathing through the want of checking the 3D. I'll give you an example. So I started recently posting a lot more on TikTok. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. And in the past, what would happen is I would post on TikTok and I would start obsessively checking how many likes it got, how many comments, how many views, and that was checking the 3D, right? Instead, I could have been making those TikToks, consistently being in the knowing that I have 1 million followers on TikTok, right? And then just living my life. And then if I have the urge to want to check, I just breathe through it. So that's what I do now. Because I don't care so much about TikTok. I just am on here to have fun. My main priority is YouTube, but this is just like a fun thing, and so I'm not going to actively use up my energy to manifest followers on TikTok, but I do have a lot of fun like going on lives. I have a lot of fun making TikToks that have to do with law of assumption, that don't have to do with law of assumption. Like, yeah, it's just good. So I'm not gonna consciously manifest followers, but I'm also not going to check the 3D and consistently obsessively check. Like, and when I feel myself going into that again, and this is any example to do with checking the 3D with anything, I breathe and I continue to breathe and relax until that goes away, until that feeling goes away of me wanting to check. It feels like a little rat rattling inside of me, wanting to come out and just wanting to check and just let me see the followers, let me see the comments, let me see the views. And that's what it is for checking anything to do with the 3D. And you don't want to be in that energy, because that is giving very much I don't have right now. So you have to distract yourself. You have to do that practice, and you have to also distract yourself with doing what makes you feel good. So instead of me wanting to check, I breathe. I ask myself, what do I want to do right now? Filming a TikTok. I have no want or inclination to check right now my TikTok, follows, comments, views, whatever. That's just one example. But that is how you navigate wanting to check the 3D for anything. You're so pretty. Thank you, Nia. I love the concept of quantum shifting, but scared the SP I want in this reality will only be a dupe of SP. But it's not a dupe of the SP, because there's infinite amounts of versions of your SP, and there's infinite amount of versions of you, and that doesn't mean that you're a dupe of yourself. It's just another reality. Does that make sense? So it's not like you're going out to get a dupe of your favorite Miu Miu prescription glasses. It's like you're physically shifting into a new dimension with the version of your SP that is the real SP in that reality. But when I say reality, I don't mean it's some foreign land. It is your reality, but different to the one it would have been if you just stayed the same in your line of thinking, right? Does that make sense? So it's like I said in the previous example, the butterfly thing. Whether the butterfly lands or not lands on my car, it's going to change the course of my reality, the course of everyone's reality. Because every single minute little infinite change in the reality is changing the reality. So it's not like if the butterfly doesn't land, I'm now living in a fake world. No, I've just went down a road where the butterfly didn't land in my reality. It's still very real. It's just that the sequence of events are different, but it's still my reality. It's just that the butterfly never landed on my car. So I didn't go that way. I didn't steer that way. So if you want your reality, you want to be thinking in a way where you are going towards that reality. You are thinking as the person who is in a relationship with your SP, or like whatever you want with your SP, right? It's really simple. It's all your realities, and it's all of your SPs. They're all real. Thank you so much for helping. You're welcome, Red. I know it's a limiting belief, but I just need a pro's perspective. Thanks, Leah. I had something unfavorable happen to me in my 3D today, but I still choose to persist. Yes. I love that. I love that, Kelsey. But you're also not reacting to the things that happen to you in your 3D, right? So it's fine that you're telling me that right now, but I would choose to not even pretend like it's not there, but just don't give it any energy, don't give it any attention. Because if in the moment that thing didn't happen, like if that thing happened and you didn't react, it wouldn't even cross your mind to tell me that. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be nothing, because it is nothing, because it's not what you want in your reality. And it's not just that. Even if you, like, it's not about because you don't want it in your reality. It's about your subconscious mind targeting to focus on one thing. That one thing is going to continue to be printed out into your reality, because it's your subconscious mind being like, yep. The more you talk about it, the more you think about it, you're giving it light. So the subconscious mind is like, oh yes, she's saying more, please, I'll keep showing her that. So your subconscious mind isn't like, oh, she doesn't want this, so I'm not going to give it to her. Your subconscious mind is like, oh, she's talking about it, she's giving it light, I'm gonna give her more. And that's not to scare you, it's just like telling you how it is. So I never give anything my attention that I don't want in my reality, because the ignoring of it will make it like cease to exist. Listening to your advice has helped me with some of my doubts and anxiety. Thank you, Maria. I really appreciate that, and that means a lot to me that my teachings, my practices help all of you guys. I think I might get booted out of TikTok in like 3 minutes, so if I abruptly just end the live, it's because of that. I didn't finish reading the notification and I don't know how to get it back up, but it was like, your live will end in 5 minutes due to inactivity, even though I literally just was answering comments. So let's see how that goes. Hello Rita, you helped me a lot with manifesting in the past. Yay, I'm so happy, Dream Room Princess. That's exactly what I feel when I want to check the 3D. It's so true, but like, you just have to breathe through it and let that feeling pass, surely. Hi Rita, love your YouTube comment. Thank you, Cherish. Привет. Don't give it any energy, as in just keep affirming the wanted circumstances. Yeah, 100%. And if you continue to affirm and it's making you feel resistant and you feel like you're kind of fighting it, just give yourself a little bit of a break and just do what makes you feel good in that moment, and then come back when you've sort of centered back to yourself and you feel better about yourself. Because when you start feeling better, that's really powerful energy that's going to get your manifestation in a faster way. So I personally, like, in my personal experience, I will never affirm if I'm like reacting to the 3D and I'm feeling like crap. I'm gonna wait until it goes away. I'm gonna do what makes me feel good, and then I'm gonna keep on affirming once I've gotten into a better mood. Because when I'm thinking like, I feel like poo poo caca and I'm like, oh my god, you know, my manifestation isn't here, on my battery, yeah, like, if I feel like poo poo caca, I'm not going to continue to affirm, because it's just me trying to fight against like myself. Even if it's saying that everything's all good, it's still me fighting, and what we fight, it keeps on happening. We want to completely starve that thing. It is, in my opinion, that at times, even if you're affirming over it, if it has to do with what you're worried about, that's you still reacting to the 3D. You are still giving that thing attention because you're trying to make it go away, or you're trying to affirm over it to make your favorable happen. And to me personally, it's my personality is that it will make me feel even worse, and I will start thinking even more about my unfavorable circumstances. So I just wait for it to go away by doing what makes me feel good. And then I'm just self-aware. I know, oh, I'm in a better mood now and I'm not doing anything anymore. Like, I'm going to have a shower. I have nothing to do in the shower, so let me just start a phone again. And I know that I'm in a good mood, so it's going to come that much faster, more effectively, and more easily, because I don't feel like I'm fighting myself anymore because I'm in this shitty mentality. I've waited for myself to get over that. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for the rose. I've waited for myself to get over it, and then I'm affirming. Why does SP keep coming back and leaving? Wavering, bridge, self-concept. I never ask myself why my manifestations haven't come, because when you're asking yourself like why your manifestations haven't come, that's basically just telling to yourself, you know what I'm gonna say? Do I even need to talk? You guys are so smart. You already know everything that I'm gonna say. When you ask yourself, why isn't it here? You are in the state of it not being here. So we're ignoring that thought. I know that sometimes it's hard. You want to fight it. You want to figure it out. But there's nothing to figure out because nothing has meaning. So we starve it. We stab it in the motherfucking neck and it dies. And how do we do that? By killing it with not kindness, but no attention. Everyone just wants attention. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. You're on Instagram. You post a photo. 1 like. Everyone's like, fuck you. Or, you're not relevant. You're like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna post anymore because I'm not getting attention on here. And then you go on TikTok. Why do you think TikTok is popular? And then you get 100,000 likes and 1,000 comments. Even though they're negative, that's still attention. That's still feeding the algorithm. That's still telling TikTok that you're that bitch. Because people are interacting with you, whether it's hate or love. It's attention. Does that make sense? So you're gonna be like, oh, lovely, attention, I'm staying on TikTok. Even you as a human, you want that attention. You thrive off of that attention. When you ignore a flower, when you stop flowering it, it dies. When you stop feeding your pet goldfish, it dies. When you stop thinking about your unfavorable circumstance, it dies. People, animals, things, hell, the goddamn TikTok algorithm needs attention. We all die from being ignored. We cease to exist. So starve your unfavorable circumstances. It is so simple. So when you're saying, and this isn't a dig at you, because this is everyone, this is me. I'm talking to myself right now as well, because I totally get it. When you say, why isn't, and I don't do this in this specific way. I never ask like why, but I may be like, where is it? Sometimes. It doesn't matter what it is. It does not matter what it is. If you ask why is it not here? If you ask, how come it's not here? What am I doing wrong? You're still giving that thing attention. So we're starving it. It's gonna go away by itself. And if you feel good, turn the other cheek and speak in your favor. But that just depends on how you feel. Because sometimes I'm just in a shitty mood and I don't want to do that. I want to watch a YouTube video, and that puts me into a better mood, and then I can continue to saturate my mind. But that's the thing, even if you are distracting yourself and you're not consciously manifesting, you are still being the person that has the manifestation. Because the person that has their manifestation, they're not going to be asking where is it. They're going to be watching TV on YouTube. They're going to be doing what makes them feel good. They're not going to be manifesting it anymore. So even by me doing what makes me feel good, that is lazy manifesting. Because that's telling my subconscious mind that I already have it. So when I waver, really it's like, if we can measure it in 24 hours, it's like 5 minutes out of the 24 hours that I waver. And I'm like, I live my best life. I am so happy. I'm doing what makes me feel good. Things are growing, not in ways that right now I'm expecting, but they're growing in money. They're growing in new ideas. They're growing in course ideas. They're growing in marketing ideas for my business and for my YouTube. Right? They're growing in me learning to be an even better manifester. So just starve those unfavorable circumstances and don't ask, why is this not happening, or where is it? Because that's you just affirming to yourself that you don't have it. Looks like they didn't kick me out because I stopped talking about it, and I didn't even answer any comments that started talking about it. Can we use any umbrella affirmation to manifest multiple things? NSP, yeah. My favorite is everything about my life is perfect, magical, and easy. That literally makes me feel so good, and it targets everything, and it doesn't make me question. That one's so good. Any tips for manifesting height growth? Closing your eyes and visualizing yourself being taller than like someone that you find really tall, or like does anyone have these, like, they're like these stickers that you put on your phone and they're like suctiony? So I put this on my rear view mirror, like, is that what it's called? Like the mirror on your phone. But then sometimes it slips. I'm like, oh my god, I can't let this fall. I have to readjust it. This thing is so good. It's so bomb. It's like $2 on AliExpress, and it's basically like a tripod. I could just stick this thing on anything. It's amazing. And I just got like a ring light too that like clips onto your camera, and that's so exciting. I was like, if you go on my TikTok profile and you see like one of the TikToks, it was the Trey Songz trend that I was filming yesterday night. I was using it, and I was like doing it in the dark, and it looked so good. Like I could just bring my ring light anywhere. I'm having so much fun. And I just ordered a ring light for the phone. It's a tripod and a ring light all in one, and I can just film my TikToks anywhere with my ring light. And this is definitely not how I expected like 2025 to go, that I'm like super excited about being on TikTok, because TikTok's very like love-hate for me. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it, but I'm so excited right now to be like super what's the word, consistent on here and on YouTube. Of course, I'm posting a YouTube tonight, and well, tonight Australia time, it's always gonna be about 7 a.m. EST. Yeah, like 7 a.m. New York time. But yeah, and then I'm gonna post this TikTok, but I need to figure out, like, I don't know if I want to post my TikTok lives on YouTube or if I should put it into like a Patreon thing. But I also don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this. I don't know, we'll see. Everything naturally plays out, which I absolutely love. But yeah, V, you just pick someone that like is a height that you like. It can be a friend, it can be a teacher, it can be anyone, it can be a celebrity, like whatever. It could be a random person on the street, and just visualize yourself standing in front of them or beside them actually, and you're taller than them. I think that is the most powerful technique for, I had a little Nicki Minaj Roman woman for height. Thank you. You're welcome, Shirley. Right, I actually used to feel burnt out with saturating my mind, but nervous system regulation helps. Yeah, Cherish. I started hearing so much about like nervous system regulation, but like that word, just over the past few days. But I never had like a title for it. I just learned about it through Kira Lynn Barnett on TikTok, who I absolutely adore, and she is like amazing. Like, she teaches about non-reaction. So I kind of I kind of talk about that based on her teachings. And it's funny that you say nervous system regulation, because I was listening to her TikTok live today and she was saying the same thing. She was like, yeah, like my stuff is kind of like nervous system regulation, but it's more detailed, because I don't know what nervous system regulation really is, but she said hers is detailed, and I basically say what she says. So yeah, I don't know, because in her practices, it's like she talks about, you should really check her out. She's amazing, and she's like very much inspired by Abraham Hicks and Bashar, and it gives very much like ignore your 3D circumstances in law of assumption talk, but the way that she speaks about it is very refreshing, and it has helped me for like 2-3 years. The biggest thing, not the biggest, but the first and one of the biggest things that she helped, no, not one of the biggest, because every single time I ignore my circumstances and I do this and I just breathe through a trigger or a reaction, it's a big manifestation at the end. But the first time, she absolutely changed my life, is when she was doing a TikTok live in 2022, and I commented just like you are commenting on my TikTok now, and I was like, Kira, how do I stop working my 9 to 5? Can you even imagine me at a 9 to 5 right now? Please don't even visualize that. Just let's not manifest that. Never happening again ever in my life. And she's like, literally just make the best of your life right now and make the most of it. So like listen to music, if you like, just stuff will make me feel good in this moment, right? And also practice non-reaction. So breathe through it, pretend as though it's not real, and breathe through those uncomfortable moments. And within no time, I can promise you, you won't be working a 9 to 5 ever again in your life. And the way, like, not even the way that she said it, when she said that, I knew it to be so true in my heart and in my soul. That like rocked me to my core. And before you know it, I was out of a 9 to 5. Now I have a very successful business and a very successful YouTube channel. So there you go. And I really did practice non-reaction, and I've been doing it for 2 years, and I really swear by it. So yeah. I always go on TT Tarot Cues and get different answers. They're just showing my thoughts at the moment. Yeah, exactly, Leah. It's all about your thoughts and your assumptions and what you're giving your energy and your focus on. I stopped watching tarot readers because, like, this is what happened to me when I started watching tarot readers. Even if I did not resonate with what was being said, I loved a tarot reader so much that I just made whatever they said fit. So I would manifest myself into unfavorable situations when I didn't even have those unfavorable situations. Because especially if they're reading for the collective, it's like you're trying to make it fit, and you might unknowingly manifest that stuff that they're channeling for someone else. So yes, tarot card readings do work, but sometimes they don't resonate, or you may just not even want them to resonate, right? They're just reflecting back to you what you're thinking right now. So why would I want someone else to tell me like something unfavorable? I would just rather ignore it and it will go away by itself, right? It's all in my mind, but you have to practice it. I gradually went out of tarot card readings. I was watching tarot card readings obsessively since 2018, and I stopped at the end of 2023. And then 2024 I was watching them like a little bit here and there, but it wasn't like as attached as I was before. And my life has changed so much for the best. I still believe in tarot card readings. I still believe that they're like a good tool to not know what state you're in, but at the end of the day, it's like not really up to you to know what state you're in. Your only job is to live your best life right now, consistently remind yourself that it's already done, not react to things that are unfavorable, and you will be moving towards your manifestations instantly. Rita, do you practice being in the now or being the creator? I remember I've read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, who is a brilliant man, and that book is great. But then I realized, like, at the end of last year, I was like, and this was like, I read this book in 2020, and I still really resonate, and I still believe in everything that's said in that book. But I realized that it's still force. It's still you kind of forcing yourself to be in the now. Do not force anything. Literally, just live your life, not even to the best of your ability. Because does that sound like flowy and easy to you? Everything should just be easy and flowy, and you shouldn't be overthinking anything. So I practice being in the now from afar, where I'm not like, I have to remind myself that I am in the now, and let me see these palm trees and the AC on my skin, and I'm really practicing mindfulness. And I also do practice being the creator, but also it's not to such a max where I'm like, I need to control everything, because I think energy is our highest currency. I don't want to be draining my energy on literally like whether a coffee like barista's nice to me. Like, I would just rather go general, know that everything is happening best case scenario for me, know that everything in my life is perfect, magical, and easy, not react when I see something that I don't like, and enjoy my life in every single moment to how it feels good to me. And when I'm like in the mood to saturate my mind with what it is that I want, and I'm more so motivated to do that when I'm not reacting, I'm going to be the power of the creator of my reality, and really hone in on manifesting 1 million subscribers and earning a specific amount per month. Oh, good luck on your exam, Allison. You're gonna do amazing. Manifesting without relying on subliminals. Wow, that's interesting. I would continue listening to subliminals. I don't see a reason why you should cut them cold turkey, but I think that you should just remind yourself that it's not the subliminals that are working, it's you're the one that's like manifesting everything through your mind. You are the creator of your reality, you are the operant power, you are manifesting everything. And it's just about self-concept. It's about knowing that you manifest instantly, and subliminals are just another technique. It's just another tool, so you can manifest in any other way. But in saying that, like, if subliminals are working for you, I don't see why you like can't use that as your main subliminal technique, your main technique, because it's like, just double down on whatever works. Shit, like, whatever works, don't overcomplicate it, just do that. Like, unless you're called to be doing affirming and you feel like it doesn't work, and even then, if you don't feel like affirming works, just ignore that feeling, because that doesn't make you feel good. Continue affirming, and know that you are the creator. Know that affirming works. Don't look at how it's gonna work. Don't keep tabs on it. Just do your thing. Do what feels good. Do what feels right. It will work. Just be confident in this. You changed my life. That means so much to me, Jonathan. That means so much. Guys, my life is falling apart and I feel detached to my manifestation. Is that good? Your life should always be amazing. It may be just your assumption that for my manifestations to come, like, everything needs to fall apart. So I would change my assumption to, I deserve to be happy in every single moment. And you being detached, that's good. Detached from the results, and you don't need to be detached from the actual manifestation. But as long as you're like living your best life in this moment, you're moving towards your manifestations for sure. How to manifest a group of people you work with to be more professional. I would just ignore their unprofessionality and continue to be professional within yourself, because whatever you're seeing in them that you're not liking, it's a reflection of you, because everyone is you pushed out. They are real people. They're not just made up figureheads in your mind, but they are just reflecting something in you, an assumption in you. It's not your job to figure out why that is happening. Your job is to just know that you are in control of all of this at all times. And I wouldn't directly control it. I would just focus on myself and then go generic and say everything in my life is perfect, magical, and easy, because it's gonna create resistance where you're like, they are professional, they are professional, they are professional, because you're already reacting to that, oh my god, they're unprofessional, and I'm sure that's really annoying. So you don't want to continue to trigger that, you don't want to continue to react to that. Just go general and say everything in my life is perfect, because you never want to entertain the reality where they're unprofessional. You have to turn the other cheek and it will go away by itself. Where are your glasses from, love? Big Za, they are from AliExpress for like $3 and they're prescription. I am obsessed. I need to get more. Like, and they're so good. They make, like, I see everything clearly. They're the exact same quality as the ones that I get for like $200. Where your attention goes, energy flows. Exactly, Tara. Exactly. Your attention, your focus is your superpower. And I made a full-on YouTube video about that, where I was sitting in this car actually, and you can watch that on YouTube by just YouTube searching your focus is your superpower. I believe that's what it's called. Rita Kaminsky. Wow, you're really pretty. Where is your accent from? Bubble Pop. My accent is Australian. I'm from Sydney, Australia. I lived in America for 3 years, so it could be that. And yeah, like, I don't know, maybe I have like a 0.1% twang of American somewhere in there, but it's mostly Australian. And also I was born in Russia and Russian is my first language, so it could be a little bit of a Russian twang in there too. I recently saw all your videos on sats and love them. Thank you. Thank you so much, Helena. Oh my god, girl, your videos are my first ever manifestation videos I watched ever. Yay, nay! I love that. Oh my god, I don't miss a video, girl. Love your channel. Yay! Thank you so much, Boss Babe Millionaire. How exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna post a video today or like tomorrow for Americans, 7 a.m. EST. Thank you for all your knowledge. Literally manifested you coming on live. I love that, Leah. Okay guys, I'm going to go. I've been here for 90 minutes and I'm just going to, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take my cats out for a walk before it starts to rain. It looks like it's about to rain a little bit, so I want to take them out in the backyard and work out. And yeah, I will post this TikTok on YouTube and I will have a full-length YouTube video on my YouTube. Oh my god, I just made all of the comments bigger. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I should do that. It's literally me. Yeah, like, just put your notifications on TikTok and you'll be able to see the notifications, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube because I might go live on there as well. But anyways, I will be posting all of this on YouTube, so you'll be able to access the full TikTok. Alright guys, I hope everyone has an amazing, beautiful day / night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.